Hello, welcome to an exciting gameplay where I finally get to battle Brock. And as you can see, I'm just gonna skip past the Poke Center because I've already healed. I went back to that spot to show that I was just out of the Viridian Forest in the video. I might be getting too loud. That bar's getting to the red area. Anyway, sorry for the week without uploading. Here you can see I've raised a party. It's Charmander, Beedrill, Spearow, Nidoran, and Pidgey, I believe. And Pikachu. And I don't say I missed Pikachu. Or I might not have missed Pikachu. I might have just not said Pikachu. I don't know. And this trainer is going to give me a hard time. So, the video's there if you're interested. You're going to see a lot of struggling, and I don't mean we're using struggle, but I mean it's just I have nothing that can beat this trainer. So, and I believe I cut out the Pokemon Center visit at the end. So sorry for not uploading in a week. It's literally been a week, I believe, since the 19th when I uploaded my last part. I figured if I gave it a few days, maybe it would get more views, you know, instead of just, you know, pumping them out every single day. But as it turns out, it kinda didn't work that way. But, whatever, what can you really do? I mean, I'll just keep pumping these out, and eventually I should gain a few more subscribers. And anyway, WizTurd subscribed, which makes my second subscriber, and I believe the third if you're counting people who unsubscribed. So yeah, that's exciting. Still don't know what to do about the cutting the screen off, but whatever. And yesterday I had a job interview. That's why I couldn't put anything up yesterday. As it turns out, I got really nervous and couldn't actually sleep the night before because I'm 18. I've been 18 for a month and a week now, and I've never actually had a job interview, and so it was really nerve-wracking, you know, going in and having an interview. At least that's what the guy called and said. He was like, "Oh, you have an interview." So I went there a little early. I don't have my license, so it had to be nearby, so I walked there. And now I think I have poison ivy, so go figure. But yeah, so next I have to get my license and everything. Anyway, I get there, and the lady's like, "So, you're here for the interview?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, can you fill out these papers?" So I was like, "Sure." And after I started reading them, I was like, "Isn't this like the application?" But I didn't say anything, because, you know, I mean, what am I going to say? Like, I already filled these out online. But, you know, whatever. I eventually filled them out. I don't have my social security number memorized, which is apparently, like, this big deal. Like, my stepdad was shocked that I didn't have it memorized, and it's like, why would I have it memorized? I've never had a job. I don't have my license. I don't have a credit card or anything. I mean, I don't have anything that actually requires the license, the social security number. So I've never had any reason to memorize it. But that's just my thought there. And, you know, I was filling out the papers, and she came back over, and she's like, "So, can you just come over here?" So I told my sister, you know, I'll be back, because I brought her along, because my mother suggested it, and whatever. And she was like, "I'm just going to ask you a few questions while you're filling out the papers." And then were like really easy questions, like, can you arrange to get to work every day? And it's like, well, yeah. And I explained to her that I lived down the street, and it wouldn't be anything. Honestly, I can't even think of any of the other questions. It was like, "Are you okay with having a drug test?" And it's like, no. You know, if you don't know, I'm a very clean person like that. I even wrote on the application that I would not be fine selling alcohol or cigarettes. So it's kind of like, yeah. I mean, of course I'm going to take a drug test. You know, what are you going to find in my system? It's just my thought. And like the paper itself that I was that I had to fill out. There was 2 of them actually, but they asked some really dumb questions. Like, there was a question, and it was like, are you over the age of 18? When online it asked if you were 18 or older. So I had to ask, I was like, well, does it mean, 18 and older, or does it mean over 18? And she's like, well, if you're 18, then you just straight yes. And I was like, okay. And then it was like really dumb. It said employee signature somewhere, and it was like, so do I sign it, or do you sign it? And she's like, well, it's supposed to say applicant signature. And I was like, just really dumb stuff like that. Little errors that they should have fixed years ago, I guess. So that was just my little thought there. The application itself wasn't really that bad. The forms weren't bad. And according to her, I'll just have to come back for a drug test and a background search in like a day or 2. And that was yesterday, so I'm guessing it's 2 or 3 days. And once I get done that, I pretty much have the job. So I guess it shows how much, competition there really is. I don't think they have any. That's why I can, get in there without having anything, really. Like, on the application, I didn't put any references down. But, I mean, I wasn't really planning on getting the job. Like, it's just my thought. And the application has some really dumb questions. There was, like, a math portion. And it's because I might have to work as a cashier. It's a Royal Farms. And the question was, like, your friend comes into the store to buy blah, blah, blah. Their total cost, like, $5.73 or something stupid. It was, like, $5.78, I think. And the question was, like, and they pay you with $20.03. What kind of idiot pays with a $20 bill and 3 cents? Like, can't you just cut out the 3 pennies? Somehow? Like, what kind of dumb question is that? That just really overcomplicates things, doesn't it? But that's just my thought. And then there were, like, really hard questions on it. And I was like, why are these questions here? Like, really? Because you add up, like, 5 people's prices and, like, divide them out. And it was like, what? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a high school graduate. But, I mean, it was kind of like, why is this on in, like, an application for a Royal Farms? Seemed kind of pointless to me. But that's just my thought. So, I think things went pretty well. From my understanding of things, I pretty much have a job now. I mean, I'm not going to fail the drug test, and I have nothing on my background check because I can't drive. I'm clean from drugs. I mean, they literally can't find anything on the background check. Like, I'd be surprised if they find me on the background check. Just because, like, I've done nothing. But, I don't really want to work. But at the same point, guess I'm gonna have to. But, I mean, I guess I'll deal with that. Right? I mean, at this point, I need to. I have a job. So, I mean, she said it like I might not come back. She said, like, if you choose to return that day, you will have a job. And it's like, what? Like, I chose to show up today, didn't I? So, just my little thought. And as you can see, I beat Brock. I got the stupid TM. I don't know what number it is. I can't see. But, yeah. And on a side note, like, talking about the video, in black and white, you can use TMs an unlimited amount of times. Like, what kind of dumb crap is that? I don't get that at all. Like, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool, but at the same point, it kind of, like, ruins the tradition that's been set up. So, just my thought. And I'm gonna heal, and I'm gonna drop my Pokemon off at the box. And I just throw them all in box 1 right now, so. And then I believe I'll be going into the stupid route between here and Mount Moon. And that will be fun. Drop off Pikachu. But yeah, I really don't have much else to say at this point. Yeah, I'll just get this out of the way now. You know, like the video, please comment. That'd be awesome. You know, when I say like the video, you don't have to actually like give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, put a thumbs down and you comment why you didn't like this video. Because at this point, I'm just growing. I'm learning. And really, you're not going to be a dick and be like, I just don't like the video. There's no growing involved in that. That's just you being a dick. And that's for anybody who stumbles across the video. I mean, come on. Really. There's no reason to not explain why you don't like the video or leave a comment. It takes like 5 seconds to write good vid or something stupid. But, yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna shut up now and, you know, here we go. I'm gonna save and you'll see that I'm at like 15 hours.